Hey YouTube, welcome back to Shots Life. This week on Building the Ultimate Garage, we get some electrical work done in the office, some trim around the front. We get rid of this wavy metal that I didn't like, and I added in some PVC board and then the rubber trim. We're getting weathered in. Winter's coming. Welcome to my life. Hey everybody, hey, we're back on this building. We haven't worked on it for a bit. Today we're trying to get the board that goes underneath the header there around. I thought I had boards for that and then enough to do the columns, but the boards that I bought were just shy of that, which is I don't really understand, but I must have measured wrong or something, I'm not sure. So we're gonna cut these down to fit and then get them up there in the and just cover the bottom. If we do that today, it's supposed to get up to like crazy 90s, so I don't know. Well, if we get that far, I'll be happy. So, and then we'll have to figure out posts. I have a couple issues on the posts. I was actually thinking about getting pre-made ones, but I'll have to check the distance. I only have 2 inches here, and I probably need 2 1/4. And then on the other side, I have a post that's just totally twisted up already. I think it broke the tap con in the ground even, but it's a major twist. So that's going to cause me trouble. You can see it from there. Oh, it's twisted. So I don't know. I guess it broke that. I guess it broke one of the tap cons. Well, they only put one in there. I'll have to find out. But major twist already in that. So wrapping this is going to be a pain, I'm sure. But again, only have 2 inches right there. So we'll figure that out as we get around there. So that's kind of the plan for today. We're going to get busy and get these boards cut and try to get them up. All right, let's get to work. Well, it's on. It won't turn off. And the screen won't come up. So I don't know. I hate to hit the power button because I don't want to lose the footage if it's in there. That sucks. Alright, well, it says it repaired my file. I hate when it does that because you never know if it's going to repair or not. And then I don't know. Let's see. See if I can see what footage we got. Oh, come on. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, tell me we didn't get, oh, okay. I was like, man, don't tell me we didn't get anything. All right, we got quite a bit. We got right up till I moved. Oh no. Let's see. Oh, well, we only got the first board, I guess, because it's about to die on me. Well, poo. So it looks like we got the first board, and that's all the footage we got, and it died. It must have been the heat. So anyway, we got the first board and the second board and the third board. We are going to have to come back in here and put little chunks behind here, but the post is going to cover all that corner anyway. And then the board is a little warped here, so it does have a little gap there, but it seems to be fitting fine from there on out. So thank goodness we're moved around the corner. We're in the shade, and we'll go from there. Also, speaking of technical glitches, I took the safety covers off the lens because I noticed, and you guys, a couple of you complained about it, rightfully so. If any dust or a scratch gets on those lenses, and I mean, they'll be on there one day. And also the super bright lights reflect on those little caps, so it makes it little dots all over the place. So I'll run it without those safety lenses. I was just, I ruined one camera. I was hoping not to do that again. But we will run without those lenses because I can't stand those little spots all over the screen. So for you that are worried about it, yeah, I don't like it either. So anyway, let's get back to work. All right, so we're done for the day. We're done, but we got it covered. All the corners, of course, the posts will go around that and block that off. There's a couple things I don't like. We're dealing with some crooked framing here, so we got a little gap there we're going to fill in. And then the same on this corner of the board. The board actually comes in like this. It's hard to see. I marked it off the dang thing and then cut this straight and then realized, oh, the corner doesn't match there. Other than that, though, I think it came out great. I mean, everything else fits nice and tight and snug. Of course, once the board's on the front and the columns are in, you won't see any of those spaces there. You won't see any, you know, all our joints except for the two we did on the front, which we did at a 45 and just tucked them tight so you can't see them. There's one there, one down there. You see that one a little bit. There's a little dirt in there. We didn't clean it up very good. Other than that, it looks good. Now we just got to get the boards for this side and then the posts. But we're one step closer to getting that done. All right, well, that's gonna be it for us today. It is extremely hot out here. We're both dying, so I'm gonna at least take a shower. I may start mowing actually because there's a nice breeze and I got to either mow today or tomorrow, and it's super hot all week, so that's what I think I'm gonna work on that. All right, well, I haven't filmed much today. I've been really busy. I went around and I drilled holes in the J channel so that the water can leak out, it can come out. And then I also siliconed around everything. That spent a lot of time. There's still a lot of silicone to be done, to be honest with you. I also did the silicone around the edges of this bottom board, so that's in there good, and it looks good. And then I cut in all the lights all the way around. There was two on the far side, and then one above every window, and then one above the window on this side. I didn't put two in this side because we plan to put a light over the door, a little fancy little whatever garage light over this door. And so I did that again, lots of caulking, just trying to get things squared away. So yeah, even though I did a lot of planning too. I ordered about $1,500 worth of PVC today, and that's for around the garage door. I did pull the nails on the first one to see if it would flatten out, and it will. But I still want to put that wide PVC all around that, and then my rubber door seal on top of that, and then yeah, so then I think it'll be pretty good from there. Get it all sealed up. So anyway, that's coming. I'll experiment with this door right here first, then I'll probably move to the back door because that's the one I really need sealed, and then I'll work on the rest of them as I have time. Anyway, that's the plan. Tomorrow I'll probably do electrical for those lights that I put in. I'll run the electrical line on top and get those to the switch, and then of course maybe even start running power into there. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just kind of pedaling. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Other than that, I'll see you soon. All right, so I was working on the boat this morning, and I've done a lot of work on that. You'll see that in the boat episode. It probably will air before this one. But anyway, I took a shower. It's pouring raining outside, so I can't do anything outside. So, and it's itching enough for the boat for a day. So I'm working in here, and I decided to go ahead and route my wires. I put those lights in, which I think I have showed you the clip already or whatever, or I will show you a clip. But basically, it came out and worked. We did the underneath of this post or this beam, and then I put the lights in around the building on the front porch, just to light up the accent the front, you know. Alright, so I got all my holes in that I think I need. There may be something I missed. We'll find out when we're gone. But I plan now to just vacuum everything up, and then I'll just take my time and start pulling wire. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to climb up in the ceiling today. But I may have to do that. A couple of runs have got to come over and then down. I think I'm doing what? One circuit for the lights, and then 2 circuits for plugs. So 3 circuits. So that's 3 wires that have to run from the fuse box up into the attic, over across, and then down over here, and then wherever they're going to go. So I'll probably probably wire this way around and then get to it and go to it from there. But all right, so I'm going around putting the little boxes in above the connector boxes in above the lights. They plug into the light there and that, and then inside the box is the wires that you need to hook it up. And it even comes with a little wire holder, which is unusual. You usually have to buy those separate, so that's kind of a nice deal. So yeah, I'm just I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 of them put in. This is my 5th one. I'm really just kind of taking my time. I've had talked to a couple of the older people in the neighborhood and whatever, just chatting it up, doing my thing, you know. It is hot, miserably hot, humid. So, you know, if I keep moving forward, then it's great. I don't need to be moving fast. Just got to keep moving forward. There's a little line thing you got to let up with. I like this too. It comes with a little screw locking cap, so it locks right on there, which I think that's nice. It actually comes with screws. I've been using drywall screws because they're easier, but they gave screws with it. And I'm just kind of plugging them in and working my way down. And you just squeeze that together and shove it in. And there you go. And then I'll just shove my wires in, and they got these connectors. You just shove them in the holes, and then you move on to the next one. So that's that. This one was sitting a little low, so I'm gonna see if I can't pop it up a little more. 2 to go, and one's gonna be hard. Behind there, I think it's behind all that stuff. Ugh. This will be easy. That one's gonna be tough. I don't really know where that one. Oh, it's right there. So that's the next one. Yeah, the other one's way down there and that stuff. It's gonna be a little more challenging to get to. Quit complaining about it. Keep moving forward. Woo. All right, there's another one. 1 to go. All right, I forgot about you, but I got. I'm starting to run wire. Actually, I don't really know why I ran it that way. That was stupid. I'm running wire for the lights and I ran it down the plug. I'm not thinking at all. But I'll get that straightened up and go across to my other light and then go from there, go light to light to light to light. I'll do my lights first. I guess I just decided I was gonna run that plug from that light. I don't know. I'm glad I'm talking to you because I sure lost my mind. All right, well, let me get that straightened up, get the wire over to the light, and then get it on around to the next light. All right. Fun. Alright, well that took me forever, but I got all the lights wired to each other and down to where the switch will go. I got to bring power lead into it though, because I'll put that and my other lights on the same circuit. I'll keep the lights on a circuit and the plugs on 2 different circuits. That way if I blow a plug, I don't blow the whole room, and if I blow a plug, I definitely don't blow the lights. So yeah, we'll keep those on separate circuits for sure. These two plugs, I've already decided I'm just going to run into those plugs. I could probably just work on that right now, and I'd have power right there. But I don't want the garage to be the same ones, the drill press and all that stuff is on. I don't want it to be on the computer. So I'm going to pull that box. I'm going to put a double or triple box down there too for 3 plugs in a row, because all my devices and battery charging and all that stuff, I think I could rack that all right there. So that's kind of the plan on this corner, is to put 3 plugs in there. So I still need to get that box and figure that out. But yeah, I think that might be it for right now. I may start running wire from plug to plug, but then I still got to get that box. I wasn't thinking about that. So I could definitely run the power up, down, up, down, up, down over here, I guess, if I chose to or wanted to. And then run the power from there out so that all these would have power. Yeah, I guess I could start working on that. All right, hey everybody, I'm back in here. I'm actually been doing some electrical. I'm was supposed to be doing some other stuff, but these guys across the street started putting their road in, and I was just watching the dump trucks and everything, and the skid steer stay off my side of the street, you know, and make sure they don't leave the street nasty. It's very interesting that they're cutting the road in with an excavator, and they have a skid steer. That's different. Usually, I mean, I can see starting to level up with that excavator, but once you get a level, run that skid steer right down there and knock it out. But anyway, they had the truck first, gravel truck just kind of dumped on the road, and then they pushed it in because it was just mud, and then this, which I would have just tailgated it back, but whatever. And then the second dump truck came, and it went about halfway back and got stuck in the gravel, loaded, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, so now they well, the second dump truck came and it got stuck, and so now they're continuing to rip the road because the form guy showed up to do the forms for their basement, and he can't get down to the house, so now he jumped on the skid steer, and the other guy is continuing to rip the road with the excavator. I don't really understand that though. If I had a skid steer, I would have leveled it up with the excavator and then run the skid steer down, because it cuts nice and straight and level. But it's actually, in my mind, the right machine. So it's kind of weird. The guy must be comfortable on the excavator or something. I don't know. But anyway, whatever. He's sitting there continuing to dig it out and make a driveway. They're cutting it pretty deep too, but that's actually good for the homeowner that they're cutting it deep. It looks like it's about a foot deep on one side, and so maybe 6 inches on there. It is on a hill. So anyway, getting back to what I'm doing, since I'm hanging out here to watch this to make sure nothing happens, I'm go ahead and did electrical. I went and got the 3 banger boxes yesterday. So the bottom one will be at the standard plug height, which will give me 3 plugs below my desk, and the top one will be right above my desk. And so this will give me plugs above the desk that I can plug in stuff without having to bend over and get underneath the desk, you know. So permanent stuff like the computer and stuff will plug in down there, but like batteries for the GoPro or whatever it is that I need to charge up, and I'll get the ones with the built-in USB chargers on them as well, and we'll put 3 of those right there so that I can just plug my USB cords in right there as well and charge my stuff up. So that's kind of the plan there. So this will be 3 plugs, and that'll be 3 plugs above. There'll be 3 plugs above the desk, 3 plugs below the desk, and that should be plenty of power. Plus I have this plug over here if I need that for anything. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm after right now. I just got this one nailed in. I'll go up there and nail that across, and then I'll come back to this box and I'll continue on. I was kind of waiting on that yesterday. So I got that done when I went and did we went to my dad's house and worked on some stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. There's your update. I'm going to continue to pull water. I'm going to continue to find, I want some water. It's hot. I'm going to continue to pull wire, and we'll go from there. A couple people have been asking about the floods, because you see Eastern Kentucky getting flooded. Those poor people, you know, I feel for them. Our lake is starting to look like a river, because obviously it was naturally a river at one time that's dammed up. I don't know if you can see it down there, but it definitely is coming up. Not flash flood like they're getting in Eastern Kentucky by any means. And just a reminder, I do appreciate the people commenting and the interest, but the water can never get to my house. I mean, there's this, I am way above the dam, probably 100, let's see, 20, 40, I'm probably 70 feet above the top of the dam by the time you get to my house. So there's no worry of flooding. I mean, if the water's 70 feet above the dam will get washed out and I won't flood anyway, right? So And that's kind of the deal with that. My lower land will definitely flood though. It always does. It is actually the bottom of the river, right? I mean, that whole corner got made from when it was a river. It kept carving the far side, the rock on the far side, the water did, and it kept leaving the silt on this side, right? So that's how that all formed anyway. So it's just a big mud pile there. And so anyway, whatever, it makes a nice lower yard, but it really isn't, I mean, you couldn't build down there or anything. So yeah, so it will flood down there, but I will never get flooded up here. Well, I mean, I guess Noah got flooded. I mean, the world got flooded at one time. But outside of that, not likely that I'll get flooded. So, yeah. But thanks for the concern. Definitely thanks for the concern. Alright, so I don't know how good that video is going to be of the time lapse because I was moving around quite a bit. It's hard to get, you're shooting into the light too, so I don't even know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. But yeah, I got the line run up and over because of these joists. I didn't want to start drilling through all that, you know. And then I came down into my top box, ran a line to my bottom box. Of course, those will have to be jumped to all the different plugs. And then out of that box over to here, and then I went the same thing because I didn't want to cut through all this weird stuff. Waste of wire, I understand that I'm putting some expense in there that you could shortchange if you drilled through those, but I just chose not to. And then I'm down here. So I think that's going to be the end of this circuit. I'm going to be using this circuit a lot, even though it's just those plugs, but there'll be a lot of pull on it. So I think I'm going to end that circuit there. This side is less likely to, I mean, I'm going to have stuff plugged in, but it's not going to be, the car's going to be sitting here, so it's not like I'm going to have stuff plugged in all around the thing. So I think I'm going to start this, go with this box. It could go at either side, but I think because I'm pulling so much draw there, I'll just push this way and then make this a separate circuit on this side of the room. Alright, so this morning I've been working on electrical while I was waiting on loads to come. So I got 3 main lines running from beside the box up into the ceiling and out. One comes down and goes across the box over there, and the other 2 I don't have nailed up yet. So I need the extension ladder, and they showed up, but I still need to nail those up, but they go across there. And then down, one goes down to the power, one goes to the switch box, and then on this side, one goes down to these plugs here, which then runs this whole circuit over here. So that's all done. And then I'm switching gears. The Lowe's brought the PVC board. Boy, that order was a mess. Royal is the company that I like to use, and they bring me a mixed lot of stuff, and I don't like the other stuff. And the other stuff is an off-white. This is a bright white. So I got about half the big boards I need, half of the framing boards I need, and I'm missing one of the 12-footers. So yeah, they're gonna re-deliver tomorrow. The guy was cool though, the manager was cool at Lowe's, and you know, whatever, he's sorry, whatever. So he's gonna go back and make sure he has the stuff to deliver to me. In the meantime, we punched the nails out of the corners of the metal up the top, and then I punched this side out in the back. I still need to do this side, but I wanna wait until I get the board. So I'm about ready to cut the board. I'm gonna cut a straight end because we've noticed that when you buy these PVC boards, the ends aren't necessarily straight. So go ahead and cut a piece off the end there to make it straight, and then I'll come down to 140.5, cut the other side, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and nail it to begin with on the edge, on this edge, and then we will go and put the screws that are made for the PVC with the little caps. We'll put those on the outside. We'll get that ready. They countersink and they have a little plug so you don't see them. So we'll put that on the outside of them. And then the inside nails will be hidden by the rubber trim that we have to put around. So that's what we're doing. All right, well, I'm gonna cut the board and we're gonna get busy. It is a rainy day though. And man, the humidity is terrible. But we're not flooding. All right. right, we're cleaning up, but we got our rubber trim on our door and the PVC. It looks really nice. So PVC and then the rubber, I think it came out swell. So there's only one little ripple place, and that's down here. I don't know what to do about that because it's rippled on this side instead of the other side. So I'm not 100% sure what's causing that, but that's the best we can do on that one. But the rest of it looks really good. Really flattened it out. So other than caulking, which I'm not going to do in the rain, she's good to go. Nice and sealed. So now we won't have rain splashing in down the corners of our door. All right, well, that's going to be it for now until I get caulking it. We may go work on another door, but I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break before I do that. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so we started on the other door. We already cut one board, and then we thought we better go get the camera. So yeah, we got that board up there. We just got to screw it in. I've got it nailed, just tacked in there right now. And I'm going to put you back on time lapse, and we're going to cut this door out and get it done. The other side turned out beautiful, so oh, this should be easier because it's lower. We have enough to do the two lower doors, the two small doors. We don't have what we need to do the two big doors, so we'll get these two knocked out maybe and go from there. See you in a second. All right, so we got a little caulking to do, but made that one board just a little short on that side. But we'll get her caulked in. You'll never even see it, but looks good. Looks good. One of the problems I did have was on the top. They didn't put the header high enough for the door, and so I actually am coming down the door. So that top seal's a little tighter than you would normally keep it, but it's got to do that to press into that grooves on the door. So that's what we'll end up doing. But hey, the rain won't blow in that way, and the bugs won't get in that way. So we're getting closer. Again, we can't do these two. I mean, look how bad they are. And I don't know, hopefully you can see that. I don't know, but they're bad. But can't fix them until we get the boards from those. So we will wait for them and maybe do them next weekend. We'll see. Maybe one day we'll have a sealed off garage. We're getting closer and closer though. As long as I have it done for the winter, I'm not too fretting by it, you know. But I really like to have that closed off for the winter. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, honestly, it's not going to hold heat. But yeah, I'll get the bottoms caulked off, and we'll get this rain from dripping in the inside of the building. All right, well, that's it for me today. I'll see you guys later.